Alright, we are back with the final match of today, as far as Super Mario Kart is concerned. I'm joined by my fellow commentators, Danger Mole and Fire Waster.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
So,
yeah, you go ahead.
I think due to time constraints, we're going to cut this to a first to 7 because we don't want to hold up the Game 5 of the A Link to the Past Randomizer League, which will be following straight afterwards. I know there's going to be a lot of people in to watch that, so we're here with McNuggets and YorkshireSMK. Both of these players have lost in the last hour and a half or so to Jarmu. Both put up a pretty good fight, and should be a quite closely contested final match.
To be honest, I'm expecting this one to be a nail-biter. And I'm hoping that it will be.
So, McNuggets is the lower ranked of the two players. He's ranked 45. Yorkshire's ranked 43. So McNuggets gets the first choice of track and has chosen Donut Plains 1.
This should be one of those classic matches of speed versus consistency, because Chris is very consistent, but Paul
He's also very fast on this
is
track.
fast. Yeah, both of them have been playing it, I think, so.
Yeah.
It's the classic Ayrton Senna against Prost situation.
Yeah. Or Mansell, because
For
Mo is...
Formula 1 fans in the 90s.
Everybody born in the 90s.
Is the Eddie Irvine versus David Coulter kind of matchup.
What, for the final spot on the podium?
For third place.
After Schumacher and Hakkinen have already crossed in first and second.
We'll talk about Formula 1 all day, baby.
Yeah. During this lockdown, I signed up to the F1 website where you get to watch all the classic Grand Prix and stuff. It's like £2 a month or something like that. So I've been watching so many old Grand Prix recently. I watched
It
pretty
looks
much
like McNuggets is pulling away here with a nice 115.
115 dead. That's,
Yeah.
Very
It's
nice shot.
interesting, because I would expect like McNuggets to win the matches when none of them crash, but he's just faster. But in this case, Chris like missed 2 boosts going for the cut after the bridge, so
Yeah.
it was kind of a unexpected scenario, but very nice chrono by McNuggets.
He's probably
So
sitting in his room going, "Where is my boost?" Sort of an insider's joke there that Super Mario Kart professional players, or quote-unquote professional players, tend to sometimes drop boosts at moments they don't want it. And,
So we get to see MC1, the first track in the game, the simplest track in the game, and for me, one of the most enjoyable to play. This is absolutely punishing of any mistake either player will make.
Did you see McNuggets improvising on a pipe boost there in the second corner? Yeah.
Saw him dropping a boost there on the last lap.
Yeah, he did. That's probably over, honestly.
Wow. It's pretty easy to drop a boost. Chris is only going for 1 boost a lap, which is a nice safe strat. Should net him a 101.
Yeah, it also means that it'll be less likely for him to drop a boost, because he's doing
so
fewer. So
Chris is around 101.4, 101.5 pace.
He is.
If McNuggets goes for the flat boost, maybe he can.
No, it's not enough.
No.
Yeah, 101.6 by Chris. That's a very solid one-try strat.
On the board.
Chris, Yorkshire there basically was doing the exact same strat that I try in one tries and getting around about the exact same time I aimed for.
Yeah,
So,
and you can see on the left that McNuggets got the faster laps going eventually, as predicted, but it was already too late.
CI1.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
so
I like
McNuggets
this.
choosing CI1. Would you go for wall hops if you were either of these players?
I would.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
Just because I'm used to it, but it's very risky indeed. But
I would.
the alternative is not that much safer, honestly. Especially
I
on
find
Paul.
the alternative very safe to drive a sub-minute time on.
Okay.
Whereas wall hops, if you miss one,
Whoa.
it's going to be race over.
McNuggets is going for the post wall hop boost. That I wouldn't go for.
No. But I mean, he's got it. He's been fine for the first 2 laps. But pressure comes. Yep, fine on the 3rd lap as well.
The nice thing about playing this version of the game, the wall hop actually is a bit easier than on the original version. Because of the bumper characteristics, like the bumper physics. They actually make sense in this version.
I keep thinking he's going to catch the first bumper. A bit of slowdown there, but he's still got enough
He
speed.
shouldn't go for it
around
now.
outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
His line almost forced him to not go for it then, which is probably a good thing. Gets his last boost. 1:00.25.
I'm sad to see no sub-minute. It's all about the barriers, baby.
Yeah, so Chris was ultra consistent. Paul was just a lot faster with those wall hops. So even losing time over the last 2 laps, he had enough of a lead to just kind of hang on to it.
Did you say barrier, Carl?
Yeah,
Ah,
I
okay.
did.
Just checking.
Chris is choosing MC3, a track he played absolutely blindingly on against John.
Yeah, he did.
in the
He
last
did
round.
indeed.
If he can do another, 133? That'll be very difficult to beat.
I actually think that McNuggets' PR is something like 133, 134. But don't quote me on that.
Yeah, he's
Well-
not much of a 5-lapper.
So his PR as of the last update was 132.63.
Yeah, so 133 will pretty much be enough to beat him.
Chris's PR is 131 dead.
The main risk on this track, also with the lines that Chris has been taking, is getting stuck at the hairpin and having to do the turn of shame. If that happens, it's over, pretty much.
So is he hopping the hairpin or is he just turning it?
He was hopping it earlier,
Okay.
which is extremely risky.
McNuggets with the pipe hit.
Within the last month, the world record on this track has been improved quite a bit and quite a number of times by the community's godfather, Sami Chetan, the webmaster of the Super Mario Kart time trial players page. He's been
Every single
grinding
week.
it non-stop for a few weeks.
Sami's been looking after the time trial website for the last 20 years, doing weekly updates pretty much every single week for the last 20 years. It's that's why he is the godfather. He kind of holds the whole community together.
I think
Wow.
it's pretty much the same performance.
Yeah, that's fantastic
It's
consistency.
really, really impressive. Hats off to Chris.
And he even had a small mistake on the second lap. I don't know if he missed the boost on the after the hairpin or something like that, but very solid. Oh, you can see his earlier performance.
Yeah,
It was the 35, so
indeed.
1400 away.
And so far, it's playing out as expected. Both players are going to the wire, and both players are holding serve, like winning their own tracks. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops.
Anybody playing Chris should veto MC3.
Yeah, note to self even.
Yeah, I know I would.
Right, so Vanilla Lake 1. This is the track you need to have a one-try strat for. You need to know exactly what ice blocks you want to move on lap 1. Especially for people who aren't like the very, very, very best in the world who just avoid everything. Like for Carol, you probably just drive perfectly the whole time. For people like these two...
And one try on
me-
VL1? No. Definitely not.
In
So-
10 tries in VL1? No.
You don't like Chris removed one ice block on lap 1?
Extremely hard track. I agree with you though. It's good to go with a strategy, but it's hard to commit to a strategy here.
I hit 3 ice blocks and that basically leaves my path clear for laps 2 to 5 to just... As long as I don't make a mistake, I don't need to worry about hitting ice blocks or anything like that. I think Paul's got a similar strat going on here.
Yeah,
He
he's
should
quite
be
a
able
bit
to
ahead.
maintain his speed now
Yeah.
to the finish without
Yeah.
any issues.
He's going for a 57 or 58, I think.
Yeah, he's taken a nice block out of both of the first two lines.
That is a
Chris
good sign,
is-
I'll tell you. 58, and even made a mistake
Yeah.
at the end there. Could have been a 57 indeed.
I take that 58 every day.
A 57 is actually, it will put him in probably the top 5 of the field at the World Championships, honestly. It was a very solid showing.
Yeah, they're just exchanging tracks.
Yeah, holding serve.
3-2, Chris's choice.
So
Right.
both players indeed get to ban one track.
I think
before
Chris
the
will go
match starts.
Rainbow Road. Yep.
And I'm just checking which tracks they actually banned.
Cooper Beach 1 by Chris, and VL2 by Paul. I think McNuggets has said he is banning VL2 every single match. So we have a question in chat: is DK faster than Bowser? And the answer is they are absolutely identical. It's same kart, just a different sprite laid over the top of it.
But it is universally agreed upon that Bowser is cooler.
Wow, depends what version of the game you're playing.
That was a sort of a sarcasm sign. I think it's really evenly split, actually, in our community.
And both characters can be accessed with the same number of inputs. You access Bowser by pressing right twice. You access DK by pressing left twice.
Yeah, I didn't know that until like a month ago.
You do that at
Same.
CDM to the SMK World Championships if you're playing somebody you know wants to play with DK, so that you can snipe their character pick.
Oh yeah, because it's faster for player 1. No,
Some people put control on player 2 to make it easier for them to get to DK. Not realizing that player 1 can just press left twice and get to the DK character in
That's
exactly
fair.
the same number of inputs. This has been very close and very tight.
it's
Yeah,
gonna come
they're-
down to the wire.
They're
Just a
playing
big
so
last
solidly that
one.
we have almost nothing to talk about.
Wow.
Oh,
600.
sick!
Chris hold serve by the skin on his teeth.
Wow, this is great.
3-3.
This match is delivering the goods.
It was that Chris's third lap there that was a difference maker there with the sub 18 on lap 3. So Nuggets, it looks like he's chosen Choco Island 2. He had a very solid low 110 in his earlier match, so it's going to be quite difficult for Chris to match that if Paul gets his strats all lined up.
I wonder if they're gonna go for the good strat.
Well, you mean go right? No. I don't think anybody would go right on a one-try situation just yet.
Yeah. I don't think anyone will ever go for that strat, especially on Paul.
I agree.
On MTSC, I can see a reasoning behind it, but on Paul,
But it's sort of
No
sometimes it is actually the backup strat. Like if you oversteered, and then
Yeah.
you're facing that angle anyway, might as well go for
Well,
it.
That's more
that's
of a
how I
GP
found
strat.
out. That's how I found out it was a strat at all. I failed the corner before and ended up getting a fast lap going right.
That's hilarious.
So we've had a little bit of mistakes from both players, but with Nuggets coming through with a fair enough lead, if as long as he makes the clean lake boost,
Oh!
hits the piranha plant though, should still have the speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Paul. Yorkshire lost too much time on his lake crossing as well.
113 with a flower hit though. It's good.
So that's 4-3 to McNuggets. Just a reminder that they're playing first to 7 in this match because
Yeah.
there's a very important stream to follow us.
They have
Anybody who
15
likes
minutes
to-
left to wrap it up.
Yeah.
And I predict once again it's going to the wire.
So Chris looks like he's going to go for MC4. This is probably the most boring track to play in multiplayer, and it's not that much more interesting in single player either. It's affectionately known in the community as MC Ball.
And some community members can't resist posting resident sleepers in chat when this track is on display. So feel free to do so, to join on the meme train.
It's like MC3 as well in that it's very painful on the hands. There's kind of so much boosting and hard turning that it's very difficult to maintain PR pace on this for all 5 laps without cramping up pretty badly. Or at least I certainly have that problem. Ooh, that's a nasty wall snag by Chris.
Kinda evened the race a little bit, but
Chris
I don't
is in
think-
real danger of actually getting 1 point more behind.
Yeah, that wall snag was pretty bad. He's driving a little faster generally on this track. Whether he's quick enough to catch up with just like a lap and a half to remain, I think he's possibly going to need Paul to make a mistake. Though he is catching quite quickly there. Yeah, that was a really good lap fall by Chris.
Yeah, it is. But at this rate, McNuggets still needs to make a little bit of a mistake. Like a very wide corner would be enough.
or a slow boost for the last cut, which happens quite a lot if you land wrong.
It's keeping it together.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yorkshire was coming back and coming back and coming back, but just a little bit too much dropped.
This might be big. This might be the break that McNuggets needed. To take this
So
one
if you were
home.
Yorkshire, where would you go next?
Probably a Bowser Castle. Oh yeah, sure. He did
So
very
we
well.
haven't had this one yet, have we?
This is a good pick. I like it. So what he shouldn't be doing is taking the last corner as tightly as last time, because that will go wrong at some point.
Yeah. And I expect McNuggets to take that corner that way, because it's just his style. Oh, and he gets trolled by a mole.
Both made a mistake already, but they're not swimming. Quote, wink wink to Jarmu.
And just a reminder to everyone watching, this is an exhibition for the upcoming Super Mario Kart TT One Try tournament. There's been some links just posted in the chat. Sign-ups are still open till the end of the month. So click on the link, have a look at the challenge page. There's a full description and information on how to sign up. You don't have to play on console. Emulators are allowed for this, so it's pretty much open to anybody who wants to play. There's still about a week left to sign up, so anybody who wants to have a go, doesn't matter how good or bad you are, come in, join the fun. And if you find out that you like it, you might find yourself still playing it 20 years later, going for world records.
Actually, Yorkshire jumped into the grass at the finish line for no apparent reason,
It's been gifted.
but it has been re-gifted.
Paul with the wall of shame.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful race by McNuggets, because he was behind from the get-go and then he got ahead.
Instantly hand
Then-
it back. That happens so
Yeah.
much. Where one player's ahead, somebody makes a mistake, the other person's ahead, and then there's another mistake straight away to give it back. So I don't think either player will be happy with those times. But Chris's 135 is enough to win the point. Pulling back to within 1 point of McNuggets, who gets to choose. And I think we might be going to... If I was McNuggets,
Coast
I would
32 hasn't been played, right?
I think he's going to pick DP3.
Oh, here we go.
He's
Oh,
going for the platform jump.
interesting.
Actually, last match he didn't go for the platform jump. He may be psyching his opponent into going for it. But Chris is not gonna go for it.
He's
too conservative.
unpsychable.
Yeah, Chris 100% won't go for it. I mean, he might throw a last lap one in if he's had like some really bad mistakes. But other than that, he's could just be driving a solid. I don't think he'll even put any boosts in. It will just be pure no boost driving.
This is beautifully synced up right now.
Yeah. Wow. Sight to behold.
You can see the Lakitu just appearing simultaneously. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. The hops are the same as well. They're like on exactly the same strat. Wow.
This is something else.
Those lap 3s are probably going to be identical.
I feel like McNuggets is a few hundredths ahead.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no, Chris!
I think he's more than a few hundredths.
Oh, and McNuggets! This is gonna end at the same time.
Is he gonna go for the jump?
For a finish.
No. Sad.
Oh wow. Oh wow, 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 wow. Wowzers.
That was that was amazing.
I want to see the lap 3s. 13.59.
It was identical.
Yeah. Called it.
That was a race and a
And
half.
fourth lap, 100th away. Or was it?
Wowzers.
That was crazy.
So Paul just moved the match point.
Yes.
Come on,
Chris is gonna go to GV2, which is Paul's favorite track. So that's a choice.
Well, it's a very strong track for Yorkshire. For
True.
McNuggets, he's very big on the fast lap, but I don't think we're going to be seeing any fast lap strats going on here.
Yeah, we're not gonna see the double platform jump setup thing.
So I think Paul's probably aiming for a low 108. Not Yorkshire's probably aiming for like a very low 104. I don't know what Paul kind of McNuggets targets on this, but it looks like they're on fairly similar pace.
Again, Lakitu was appearing on the screen at the same time, so it's quite a match. This, unfortunately, you have to cut it a little bit short.
And it's interesting because all the time that Chris is making for driving better, McNuggets is recovering at the end with the boost. So that's keeping
Not
him.
all of it though.
Yeah,
Almost all of it.
yeah, it's added up.
It's last lap. So it's Yorkshire's to win or lose now. Just needs to stay clean.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah,
Yeah, 1040. That's pretty much bang on what I see him target when he plays one try on that. So
Very, very solid.
6-5. So this time, McNuggets has the choice on match point. And I think that Paul's going to go for DP3.
Knowing Paul, he's feeling the pressure right now.
He'll pick
Feeling
DP3.
the pressure. Will he?
MC.
Wow, MC2. Wow.
Wow.
We didn't do very well here, actually, in the match against Jarmu. And that's an understatement.
That's a hard pick to understand. Although maybe he just wants to put a good showing in on this track after having not had a good one earlier.
Yeah, perhaps. Maybe he actually demonstrated the moonwalk for us, Guillermo. You'll be pleased to hear.
Wow, the moonwalk, I think his reasoning is that he can drive clean, and then if he makes a mistake, he can make up for it with a long boost.
Possibly.
Whether on other tracks you don't have that comeback mechanism as strong, so maybe that's his reasoning.
I can't believe
So
that they're
if you make
completely synced again. What is
if you
this?
make one mistake in PAL, you're going to need 4 long boosts to catch yourself up. So
Both these guys are doing a terrific job at advertising what this tournament is all about.
So, do either of them go for the boost through the sand on the last lap at the finish? That could be. That could be the difference.
McNuggets will. Yeah, that could be the.
At the
the
moment,
winner.
they're staying on the road on that section, but it'll be interesting to see on the very last corner whether they go through the sand.
If
Paul's
Chris
got
goes
it at
for
the
it, he
moment.
will win.
Chris is going through the. No, he's not. Neither of them went through the sand. And Paul takes it. McNuggets wins.
GG. Great
GG
match.
indeed. Yeah,
Very, very
wow,
good match.
very consistent. Oh, they got the same opener, so they were synced
Yeah.
after.
I mean, there were 200 different on lap 2. That was some crazy play. And that's very, very well done.
Good showing for both.
the-
Sadly, there will be no post-match interview. So if you want more of this, check out the tournament coming up starting next week. And we're gonna have soon to make room for the Link to the Past finals.
All right then, I'm gonna go then. So bye bye. See you guys
Yeah.
on the tournament.
Thanks for the players. Thanks for SpeedGaming. Thanks to SpeedGaming, rather. Thanks to Lafango for refereeing, and you guys for commentating. It was fun.
Right, to
Bye-bye.
sign up. Everybody of all skill welcomes. Skill levels are welcome.